Hello everyone, my name is SeaNanners and we're playing Halo Reach. I know some of you guys are very curious about this game, and I want to make sure to touch on as many topics as I can, but there is a ton to talk about. So in future videos, I will address more specific things, but in this particular video, I want to talk about some things that I've learned, some things that have helped me, because, I mean, I've been playing a ton of Call of Duty. Halo back in the day was the game to play, but my brain has shifted into somewhat of a Twitch shooter, and Call of Duty is not the same experience as Halo. And I don't want this to turn, please don't go into the comment section of this video and be like, I love Call of Duty, I love Halo. I'm sure everybody has their favorites. And I love Call of Duty. It definitely caters to who I am as a first-person shooter guy. But I think that Halo is a lot of fun, and when played correctly, you can enjoy yourself. Obviously, I think the biggest difference for me personally between Halo and Call of Duty is the teamwork. You need so much teamwork to do well in Team Slayer. And although there is teamwork in Call of Duty, I'm sure you guys are aware of the fact that you can pretty much be a lone wolf whether you're playing Team Deathmatch or Domination and do well. In Halo, you're kind of punished if your teammates suck. And I have had my fair share of sucky teammates. And this particular match is the first match of the night when I actually was pitted up against people that would have been on my team, would have been shot, and had like negative 15 KD. And I was just totally overjoyed to just slaughter like all the people that were just like worthless. And you have to run with the crew when you play Halo, or else your experience will just be totally frustrating. And I think that has been kind of tough for me because I like Team Slayer, I like Free for All. Those are the game types that whatever game I'm playing, I tend to stick with. And I know it sounds extremely cliche, but in Halo, it seems as though you're only as strong and as talented as your weakest player. So if you have somebody on your team that's just basically getting, as they say, pooped on, you're not going to do too well. I mean, I've encountered teams where everyone was just focused, everyone had a role, everybody was using their arm abilities correctly, and it was really tough with the lack of communication. And I think I just killed my teammate right there. My bad, my bad. And unfortunately, a majority of the games I entered, nobody was talking, nobody had microphones, and everyone was kind of, it was a free-for-all type situation, which I'm sure as the game is released tomorrow, everyone on your friends list, you'll get together. It'll be more of a cohesive experience. And another thing to note is that when playing this game, you have to be able to take your time. You have to be very patient. You can't just spam the trigger. When using the DMR, that's probably been the hardest thing for me, is to get the rhythm down with the DMR, because I'm used to kind of just tapping the trigger when playing Call of Duty, whether it be an SMG or assault rifle. This you have to, with the reticle expansion, you have to be able to, get that timing down. That's super tough. And make sure that you are very selective with your shots. Don't just fire wildly, just kind of take your time. And it seems that Halo is pretty much all about rhythm. It's about being able to get down, because all the guns kind of function differently. And it's like as far as like, I don't know what this one's called, but it's like the DMR, but the Covenant DMR. I'm sure somebody will probably be like, it's this gun, you got it all wrong. And this is what I call the alligator gun. And as you see in this match, I'm just whoring out the power weapons because I realize the other team is just retarded and they don't know what to do. And the only reason I uploaded this gameplay is because you guys, when I showed you my stats, were like, perfection, you gotta show us. And I mean, I'm a sucker for good KDR, and I know in Halo it is a totally different game. I was talking with Hutch about the fact we're like, yeah, what games do we post? I mean, do you post games that show good decision making or good KDR or what have you? And it seemed to be the consensus was the games that need to be posted are the ones where you make good decisions. You work together with your team. Things that you can offer somebody watching your videos, whether or not your KDR is super impressive. Because like Call of Duty, it's like, yeah, I died once and I killed 100 people. Like it totally inflates what people expect from you when it comes to first-person shooters. And I think that back in the day before I uploaded commentary to YouTube, Halo was all about winning and about ranking up, and not so much about like high-scoring games. And I'm sure you guys are going to see and hear many, many times about the notion that Halo is not so much about being a kill whore. It's about working together and communication, and that should be interesting. That should be very interesting to see, how that affects the community. And Black Ops is coming out like in 2 months. I'd be very interested to know, will people like that? Will people like the fact that the games aren't, as they say, beastly? And I'm well aware of the fact that there are people online that are very good at Halo, but I'm speaking specifically of all the YouTube commentators that have established themselves over the past 6 months to a year. It's very Call of Duty oriented, and it'd be interesting to see what happens with this. And I've heard plenty of people talk about the fact that they're like, oh, I hate this game, and blah 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 blah, or I love this game, or I mean, it seems to be a very mixed response. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously, this is all very new and fresh, and I'm sure some of you guys, um, you know, have something to offer. You guys played the beta. Obviously, not all of you guys have gotten a copy of the game. I'm sure once you get a copy and you play it a little bit more, you'll be able to wrap your head around this whole notion of quote-unquote teamwork, which has been very obsolete as of lately. And I think that Halo will probably change that. I'd be interested to see if this is going to change the community, if people are going to want to see, Terminator-like scores. But yeah, I guess all in due time we shall see. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I will try my best to continue to play as much as I can, learn as much as I can, get my head wrapped around this game. And other than that, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.